Hello and welcome to NewFilmmakers Los Angeles in partnership with Movie Maker magazine. My name is Danny DeLillo. We're here at the South Park Center and I'm delighted to be joined with Leo with his movie Skin. Let's take a look at the clip. Leo, really lovely to have you here. We've met at so many film festivals and so many other places, and now you're here with us in the New Filmmakers LA family. So thank you for being part of it.
Thank you for inviting me.
Seriously.
And it's a pleasure to be here and see you again.
I know, really. Leo, you know how much personally I love your film, and I'm so glad that the NFMLA community get to see your film as well. And you've been on such an expansive festival run. But for those that haven't seen your film, you need to. But tell us a little bit about the film.
Skin takes you on a visually poetic journey of a woman transforming into a man. It's externalizing a very internal process through symbolic imagery.
I mean, Leo, I know you've probably heard this 1,000 times, but your film's amazing. Like, it really is. Like, you know, when you watch a film and you're just like, oh my God, I'm captivated. Like I've watched your film more than probably a lot of films that I've watched over the time, because each time I capture something new. It's powerful, it's poetic, it's artistic, it feels like a moving painting, you know, and it's wonderfully stylistic. Where did this vision come from? Because you took something that was so powerful in this transition, but you just made a world. You made this poetic love letter to oneself. Like, how did this idea unfold for you?
So first of all, this was a second year visual essay that was made at American Film Institute. And a part of the task is for cinematographers, actually, because I was studying cinematography, to make a 35 millimeter film that's without any dialogue. And the whole point is to show that you're able to tell a visual story without words, which, you know, can be limited or weird to work around in a way. But for me, it kind of worked really well because I'm a very visual director and cinematographer. So I really like playing in that world first and foremost. But yes, very hard to tell a story without words. And, you know, I've always been very fascinated by anything related to identity, transformation. Who are we on the inside versus like who are we on the outside? And how are we reflected back in what are we projecting versus, you know, what we really feel inside. So it started a little bit with that. And then I started playing with more of like I was like, I want to say something about what it feels like transforming from the perspective of the inside. Because sometimes I feel like words can be a little distracting and not always 100% accurate to what your internal process was, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
It's really hard to find the right words.
Yeah.
So I was like, I need to find a way to portray that process, that internal conflict, letting go, accepting your journey and who you're becoming, and kind of merging in that in a way.
I mean, you really did do that. I mean, you know, visually you've got this amazing imagination and you took us on that journey with you, which was so astounding. And every aspect of it, I was like, my goodness me. And then obviously AFI is a very prestigious place to go to, but you know, the fact that you're also, goodness me, you're still in school and you're making this film. I can't wait to see all of the future projects that you're going to make, Leo.
I'm not still in school though.
I know, yeah, but I mean, it's amazing. It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
But
Thank you.
when you made this, obviously, but so you got the visual perspective. You did create this. How did you, like, tell us about your production design? Because I'm like, now I need to know about, because that was just like phenomenal. Like, wow.
Yeah.
And makeup and hair and everything. Like, goodness.
Yeah, it was a very extensive process, to put it that way. And, we were kind of limited as well because it was a student project. So we had 2.5 days to shoot. We only had a few weeks to build the entire set. Some people think that the production design was VFX'd. And some people, especially VFX artists, think that it's like a green screen or a backdrop or something like that. And I'm like, no. Like 98% of the film is practically made and shot, including the mirror and all those things we're doing. But the production design is absolutely amazing. And it was Mojo Wen that was doing that. It was kind of like me, the production designer Mojo, and the producer Laida Chetinkaya. We together were kind of the core team, because I was writing, directing, and the cinematographer.
Goodness me. It was so wonderfully shot, my goodness. Not an easy one to shoot, I'm sure, as well, with mirrors as well.
Yeah, it was a lot. We were shooting on 35mm film on top of that. So it was so many things to keep in mind, because you have a limited amount of film too. So you have to be very concise about what you want to say in each frame, especially because we had only 2.5 days to shoot.
Yeah, for sure.
But in terms of production design, I had a very clear vision. Well, to begin with, I was playing with it a little bit. I was like, should the one-sided world be more like simple or even more abstract? Or should it be, because as you work on something, things slowly start to come up and kind of crystallize and solidify at some point. And to me, the Iceman, her other like version of herself, is awakening, because he's been neglected and avoided for a very long time, and he's coming to life. And so I was like, it makes a lot of sense that this world is covered in ice and snow. It's like when you put something into the freezer, you store it, but it's not gone. It's a little bit like that, and at some point it will surface or melt. So that's what's happening. So
that's amazing.
That whole world needed to look like that. And
I mean, good job. And I was going to add as well, we need to talk about your actor, because that was a performance that I won't forget. I every time I think of your actor, I immediately know that face and that performance of because it takes a very special kind of actor to be able to deliver that without words, and to do that. And I thought the way you directed, them was super powerful as well. Tell us about that journey, because I mean, really, they're the face of the film.
Oh yeah. No, they are for sure.
Yeah.
Leo is amazing. It was like Leo and Leo.
Leo and Leo.
Yeah. Thank God the spelling is slightly different. But they brought in so much to the film. Without them, it wouldn't be the same at all. And to be honest, like, casting was really difficult, because not only is there a smaller pool of trans actors, unfortunately, but also they needed to have a lot of the features that I was looking for, because if they were too masculine or too feminine, it wouldn't really play. They needed to be able to play both roles physically, and also having done top surgery, because I really wanted to show that in the male figure. And also being comfortable as a female playing, they were wearing a bra with, not every trans person is comfortable with that.
Right.
So it was like a lot of those aspects. On top of that, I also needed the performance to be at a certain level as well to carry the film. And so somebody gave me a tip about Leo. I connected with them. They loved the story. And we worked through the characters a lot in prep, and they really understood the characters right away. Right away. I didn't even have to explain. There's no words in the script, but they were just like, I immediately get it. And they also added a few things that I hadn't even thought about.
And there was, I think most, another really important aspect about why we need people representing, films that can truly relate to the experience, and like the fact you can both work together. There was hopefully a comfort, understanding, a trust of that journey with them, because, you both experience things, that you can empathize with each other to an extent, right? So, but it really,
exactly.
right? I mean, again, it really, oh my goodness, like just the way you directed, but the way Leah performed was just, I mean, it's iconic. And even just the poster that you had was just in our memories, Now, obviously it's been a long journey. You've taken this far and wide, and I'm sure you've got many different experiences that you've been on this festival run. We can't, fail to mention that, this won the Student Academy Award, which you thoroughly deserved. How has this festival run experience been for you?
I think it's been amazing. It went beyond my expectations. We started the whole process with winning a Student Academy Awards.
What was that feeling like, honestly? Like, were you like, what?
Yeah, it was surreal.
Yeah.
To begin with, for sure. And I still needed some time to process it, even months after it happened. But it's definitely, something I will never forget. And it was kind of a start of my journey here in the US in many ways as well. And kind of, I don't know, setting a great kind of a base or ground for me. Just knowing that, I actually have something to bring. There's I believed in my vision from the beginning, and I was staying true to that throughout the whole process, and it actually paid off. And so it kind of confirmed that, I am able to tell a story and say something that's meaningful to others. So that was the best part of it for me. And then after that, we've been in probably over 50 festivals now, which was also what's happening.
What is
They're
going
just
on?
all accepting this film, including a lot of LGBTQ festivals. And Newport Beach, which you also programmed.
Absolutely. I mean, it's very special because I think when you make a film that people are never going to be able to forget, it's in their memory. And the fact that you won that kind of early on as well, and film festivals still were like, we need to have this film in our film fest, which is also a credit to you as well. Obviously a part of our film fest this weekend. I mean, what does it feel like when you're part of obviously a New Filmmakers Day, we've got our queer film festival. What's it feel like being part of a whole program of queer stories and filmmakers?
I love it. I think it's amazing. I honestly, even on set, when there's 40 to 60% or more queer people, it's such a different experience. I can't explain exactly why, but I feel like people have been through stuff, and they have also internally gone through things that just makes them a more nuanced person, I would say, and more open-minded. So it has that more of a family vibe.
Yeah, absolutely. I can totally vouch for that too myself. Okay, Leo, I mean, what is next on your imagination horizon? What next do you want to be planning to work on?
Well, I definitely, Skin sparked something in me. And I realized that I really enjoyed more of these abstract world building films. And so I definitely want to make something that is within that world, but maybe with dialogue next time. That said, I am also a cinematographer, so I am doing a lot of cinematography work, and I do have a few features within the next year.
That's fantastic. That's amazing.
But down the line, I'm definitely gonna, do more of that kind of work.
Fantastic. Well, listen, you know how much I adore you and your work, and we're really proud of you at New Filmmakers LA as well, and so excited you'll get to experience it this weekend. But thank you, Leah, for all that you do. Thank all of your cast and production and everybody that made Skin happen, because it's a very, very beautiful visual film and an important film for everybody to see. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lee, everybody.